My character, whose name just happens to be Sganarelle, mistakenly believes that his wife is having an affair with a young man whom he observes emerging from his home. In passing, the young man says to him, "You lucky man, your wife is quite a prize." A comment which Sganarelle takes in entirely the wrong context. He hasn't left me all that much to ponder. Such sordid singleness to his entendre. The horns press on my brow, they're pounding, beating. Such slurs, such wicked bluster, boasting, cheating. You lucky man, your wife is quite a prize. A prize worth quite a rise, I must surmise. He flaunts their love beneath everybody's noses. And instead of hiding, boldly he exposes. And stupid me to stand aside and wave, as though endorsing just how they behave. I ought at least to have knocked off his cap, or stained his cloak with mud, or raised some flap. I should have shouted thief and recompensed him by raising all the neighborhood against him. For me to take this all without a fight is reckoning my honor all too slight. What sort of man does not respond? What rube would stand aside, inert, an idle boob? I'll chase him down. I'll challenge. Take him on. The man shall never see another dawn. I'll show it's wrong to cuckold on some whim a man who never did a thing to him. Well, not so fast. Ought I be boldly swearing? The fellow has a rather brutish bearing, and he might think to vent his angry wrath not only on my fore, but also aft. I am a peaceful man down at the core and don't go around provoking any war. The virtuous will turn the other cheek to men who are not peaceable and meek. And yet, my honor sees this provocation and dictates that I take retaliation. Well done, good honor! Man your rightful station! I will not stand for taking your dictation. Say I should play the champion or martyr and feel it neath the belt, above the garter, and gossips tell of that revenge I tried. Well, would I then be somehow satisfied? I think when all is done that I would rather remain a cuckold than become cadaver. What is this cuckoldry? What harm is in it? Does it impair my health a single minute? A plague upon the fellow who first tied one's honor to the actions of his bride. Why should my name be slandered and abased because my wife is not completely chaste? Since when do we let guilty party pass while it's the innocent that we harass? Can one explain that odd result to me, where one is blamed for wife's adultery? How can we stand for such inequity? It doesn't seem at all correct to me. Is life not simply difficult enough without dishonor added to this stuff? There's sickness, hunger, pestilence, and war, which on their own are ample without more. These things will chase us down without our stirring. Must we here pad the list then by incurring our honor's wrath at every irritation? No! No more self-inflicted flagellation. As it's my wife who has performed this vice, I'll let her suffer here and do not think twice. If nothing else, it soothes me yet to know the status that it gives me is quite quo. And wiser men than I know to keep quiet instead of drawing notice, raising riot. I'll smile, be more friendly and convivial, and not get tangled in things quite so trivial. Perhaps the rest may laugh and talk about me, but they laugh more with some sword sticking out me. And yet, I feel responsibility responsibility to give some nod to my nobility. For heaven frowns on such appropriation. It's not a Christian form of recreation. I cannot let this go without the pleasure of taking some sort of heroic